The auto industry just got rocked, and it's all because of Toyota. The Japanese giant has just made a shocking announcement that's sending shockwaves through every corner of the global car market. Dealers are panicking, automakers are scrambling, and competitors like Ford, GM, and even Tesla are watching in disbelief. Because what Toyota just revealed could completely rewrite the future of cars and destroy entire pricing models overnight. For decades, Toyota has built its reputation on reliability, efficiency, and value. But now, it's not just about making dependable cars. It's about changing how cars are made, sold, and powered. And according to insiders, Toyota's latest move might do exactly that. The company has officially announced a breakthrough that could make every other automaker's electric vehicle strategy look outdated and overpriced. Sources from inside Toyota confirm that they've perfected a new generation of solid-state batteries, technology that promises longer range, faster charging, and lower production costs. We're talking about an EV that can go over 700 miles on a single charge and recharge in just 10 minutes. That's double the range of most current EVs and faster than filling up a gas tank. And here's the kicker. Toyota says these batteries are ready for mass production much sooner than anyone expected. This announcement isn't just big, it's disruptive. Automakers like Tesla, Hyundai, and GM have been pouring billions into lithium-ion technology, and now Toyota is about to leapfrog them all. The company claims their new solid-state system will make electric cars not only more efficient but also significantly cheaper to build. If that's true, it means Toyota could soon sell EVs at the same price, or even less, than traditional gas vehicles. That's a direct hit to the heart of every other automaker's profit margin. And it doesn't stop there. Toyota also revealed a massive shift in their global strategy. They're planning to restructure factories worldwide to focus entirely on next-gen EV platforms. That means cutting costs, increasing automation, and using new modular designs that can adapt across multiple models, from compact cars to SUVs to trucks. The ripple effect? Other manufacturers will have no choice but to follow, or risk being left behind in the biggest transformation the industry has seen since the invention of the assembly line. But what really caught everyone off guard was Toyota's pricing promise. Insiders claim Toyota is preparing to launch their first solid-state EV at a price under $35,000, a move that would completely upend the EV market. Imagine an electric car that goes 700 miles, charges in minutes, and costs less than most hybrid models on the road today. That's not just competition, that's domination. Industry analysts are already calling this Toyota's nuclear moment. Because while other automakers have been busy chasing luxury EV buyers, Toyota just targeted the entire middle class. And that's where the real war begins. But behind the scenes, there's growing tension. Battery suppliers, dealership networks, and even labor unions are bracing for massive changes. Toyota's aggressive pivot could mean thousands of traditional manufacturing jobs are restructured or replaced by automation and robotics. And while this could lower costs, it also raises serious questions about what happens to workers who've spent decades building engines that may soon be obsolete. Meanwhile, stock markets reacted instantly. Toyota's announcement sent their shares surging, while competitors like GM, Stellantis, and Volkswagen saw immediate drops. Investors are realizing what this really means. The balance of power in the global auto market is shifting, and Toyota just took control of the narrative. And yet, there's still one detail Toyota hasn't fully revealed: the timeline. They've hinted that mass production could begin as early as next year, but experts say the speed of this rollout will determine whether Toyota simply leads the market or completely takes it over. Because if these new vehicles hit showrooms sooner than expected, it could trigger an all-out price war. Electric vehicle prices would crash, used car values could plummet, and companies relying on high EV markups might see their profits vanish overnight. And here's where it gets even more intense. Some insiders believe Toyota's move isn't just about innovation, it's about revenge. For years, critics slammed Toyota for being too slow in the EV race, focusing on hybrids like the Prius instead of going all-electric. Tesla mocked them. Industry analysts said Toyota had fallen behind. But what if that was all part of the plan? What if Toyota was quietly waiting until they had something truly revolutionary? A battery that would make every other EV instantly outdated. That's exactly what it looks like now. Toyota may have been behind the curtain all along, perfecting the technology while others rushed to market with limited range and inflated prices. And with this new breakthrough, they're not just catching up, they're about to leap years ahead. According to leaked reports from Japan, Toyota's engineers have been running secret solid-state battery trials in real-world conditions for over 2 years. The results? Shockingly consistent performance, even in extreme heat and cold, something that's plagued every EV maker to date. If that holds true, it means Toyota could eliminate one of the biggest drawbacks of electric vehicles: battery degradation. These solid-state cells could last twice as long as today's lithium batteries, which means fewer replacements, lower maintenance, and dramatically higher resale value. And that's where consumers win big. Imagine buying an electric car that doesn't lose half its range after a few years, one that's built to last just like Toyota's legendary Camry or Corolla. That's a future millions of buyers have been waiting for, and Toyota knows it. But here's where things start getting even more dramatic. Multiple industry sources claim Toyota is already in talks with major governments and energy companies to roll out a new charging infrastructure that complements their solid-state EVs. Unlike today's bulky, slow stations, these would deliver ultra-fast charging through a new high-voltage network that can handle the increased power safely. Toyota's goal? To make refueling an EV as fast and as convenient as stopping at a gas pump. And competitors are terrified. Tesla's supercharger network, once considered untouchable, could suddenly look outdated. Ford and GM, who just spent billions on partnerships with existing charging companies, may have to re-engineer their systems to stay compatible. This isn't just a battery war anymore. It's a full-blown infrastructure revolution. At the same time, Toyota isn't stopping with sedans or crossovers. Insiders have leaked that their truck division is already working on solid-state powered prototypes of the Tacoma and Tundra. If Toyota can deliver a tough, long-range electric truck at a price the average American can afford, it could devastate the current EV truck leaders like Ford's F-150 Lightning, Rivian, and even Tesla's Cybertruck. But the biggest twist? Toyota's announcement hinted at something no one saw coming: a global partnership expansion. Reports suggest Toyota is preparing to license its new battery tech to other automakers, including those currently struggling to meet EV production targets. This could flip the entire industry dynamic on its head. Instead of fighting for market share, Toyota could end up supplying the very technology its rivals depend on. Think about that. Ford, Hyundai, maybe even Volkswagen paying Toyota to power their vehicles. And that's the kind of strategic play that could make Toyota not just the biggest car maker in the world, but the most powerful tech supplier in the auto industry. Because whoever controls the battery controls the future of mobility. But while Toyota's bold new direction sounds unstoppable, not everyone's cheering. Some environmental groups are already raising alarms, arguing that even solid-state batteries rely on rare minerals that are hard to source responsibly. Others warn that if Toyota dominates too quickly, it could stifle competition and innovation. Governments in Europe and the US are reportedly watching closely, worried about one company gaining too much control over the future of transportation. Meanwhile, dealerships across North America are bracing for impact. With Toyota planning direct-to-consumer EV sales in certain markets, dealers fear they might be cut out of the loop. That's a massive shift from the traditional model, and one that could spark serious backlash from dealer associations. But Toyota seems unfazed. Their message is clear: the era of slow EV adoption is over. They're betting everything on a future where range anxiety, slow charging, and sky-high prices disappear overnight. And with this announcement, they've just put every automaker on notice: either evolve or be erased. And that's when the rumors started spreading. Whispers that Toyota's next reveal isn't just another car, it's something far bigger. According to several leaks from inside Toyota's advanced R&D division, the company is working on a completely new vehicle platform, one that could merge electric, hydrogen, and AI technologies into a single unified system. The internal codename? Project Beyond Zero. Insiders describe it as Toyota's Moonshot, a platform that could allow vehicles to dynamically switch between battery electric and hydrogen power, depending on driving conditions. Imagine an SUV that runs purely electric in the city, then automatically shifts to hydrogen power for long highway trips. No range anxiety, no charging stops, and no emissions. That's the kind of versatility that could make every current EV feel like old news overnight. And according to sources in Japan, Toyota already has 2 working prototypes secretly being tested under heavy security. Industry insiders are calling it the next Prius moment. Remember, back in the late 90s, when every automaker laughed at Toyota for introducing a hybrid? A few years later, the Prius became a global icon and changed the direction of the entire industry. Now, history might be repeating itself, but on a much larger scale. The timing couldn't be more perfect. Global demand for affordable EVs is skyrocketing, but so are prices. Consumers are frustrated by long wait times, limited range, and the lack of charging infrastructure. Toyota's announcement directly attacks all of those weaknesses and offers a clear solution. Faster charging, longer range, lower prices, and new technology that feels futuristic but still accessible. And that's exactly why analysts are calling this a market reset moment. With this one announcement, Toyota may have forced every automaker to go back to the drawing board. Some insiders at competing companies are reportedly furious, saying that Toyota's decision to go public with its solid-state and hybrid hydrogen projects blindsided the rest of the industry. Others, however, quietly admit they saw this coming, because Toyota has been stockpiling patents for years, building one of the largest electric and hydrogen R&D portfolios in the world. Meanwhile, suppliers across Asia and Europe are scrambling to align themselves with Toyota's new direction. Battery manufacturers, chip makers, and material suppliers are desperate to secure contracts, knowing that Toyota's upcoming production wave could generate billions in revenue. Some are even shifting their entire operations just to become Toyota's preferred partners, a move that's already reshaping the global supply chain. But the shockwaves don't stop there. Rumors are now spreading that Toyota's next announcement might involve a strategic alliance with a major tech company, possibly one specializing in artificial intelligence or autonomous driving. If that's true, Toyota wouldn't just dominate EVs. They'd own the next generation of smart mobility. Imagine vehicles that drive themselves, recharge automatically, and communicate with each other in real time using Toyota's proprietary AI network. That's not science fiction anymore. That's what insiders say Toyota's been quietly building behind closed doors. And if that becomes reality, companies like Tesla, Apple, and Waymo will suddenly find themselves playing catch-up in a game Toyota is already winning. Because while Silicon Valley focused on flashy innovation and hype, Toyota focused on execution, methodically building technology that actually works at scale. Meanwhile, the ripple effect is starting to hit car buyers. Social media is flooded with speculation about what Toyota's first solid-state EV might look like, and more importantly, what it might cost. If Toyota really delivers a long-range EV under $35,000, it would crush the current market standard and force every other automaker to slash prices. Used car prices would tumble, lease rates would drop, and the dream of affordable, reliable electric cars could suddenly become reality for millions. And here's the real kicker. Toyota isn't doing this just for profit. Company executives have repeatedly said their mission is to democratize clean mobility, making next-gen technology available to everyone, not just luxury buyers. It's a philosophy rooted in Toyota's original vision, to serve ordinary people, not just shareholders. But this time, that vision could ignite a revolution that changes everything we know about transportation. Because what Toyota's doing isn't just about cars. It's about rewriting the entire playbook for how the world moves. And now, all eyes are on one question. What's Toyota going to unveil next? Because insiders are hinting that Toyota's next reveal could break every rule in automotive history. Multiple sources close to the company suggest that Toyota is preparing to introduce not just a new vehicle, but an entirely new ownership model. One that could eliminate traditional car buying altogether. Here's what's leaking out. Toyota is reportedly testing a subscription-based mobility system that would let drivers access any Toyota vehicle they want, whenever they want, through a single monthly fee. Picture this. One day you're driving a Corolla for your daily commute, the next weekend you swap it for a RAV4, and when it's time for a family trip, you upgrade to a Highlander or Tacoma. No loans, no maintenance headaches, no depreciation. Toyota handles everything through an app. It sounds wild, But this aligns perfectly with Toyota's broader goal, transitioning from an automaker to a mobility provider. They don't just want to sell you cars, they want to control the entire experience of transportation. Think Netflix for vehicles, flexible, digital, and constantly updated. And if they can combine that with their new solid-state EV lineup, Toyota would have an unbeatable ecosystem that other automakers simply can't match. And that's exactly why Wall Street is buzzing. Analysts believe Toyota's move could completely redefine the auto economy. Instead of buyers being locked into 5-year loans, they'd be paying a predictable monthly rate that gives Toyota a constant revenue stream. That means more stability for the company, and a nightmare for competitors who still depend on one-time car sales. But it's not just business analysts who are reacting, it's entire industries. Banks, insurance companies, and rental agencies are all watching closely. If Toyota really launches a global subscription fleet, it could wipe out traditional car loans and shake the foundation of auto financing as we know it. Even big rental names like Hertz and Enterprise could be left scrambling to compete against Toyota's new all-inclusive mobility model. And behind the scenes, Toyota's making quiet but strategic moves to make all of this possible. They've been investing heavily in cloud technology, digital ID systems, and smart contracts that would allow instant vehicle swaps and automatic payments through blockchain technology. It's not just a theory. Documents from Toyota's innovation hub in Tokyo confirm that the company's working on a smart mobility token system that would handle ownership, access, and payment in one seamless network. If they pull this off, Toyota could become the first automaker to merge the car industry with the digital economy, a fusion that could change not only how we drive, but how we think about ownership itself. And here's where it gets even more incredible. Toyota's also working on something called vehicle-to-grid integration. That means your Toyota EV could one day power your house, store energy, or even sell electricity back to the grid when demand peaks. In other words, your car could become a money-making asset instead of a liability. Imagine millions of Toyota vehicles working together as mobile power plants, stabilizing the electrical grid and generating income for their owners. That's not fantasy. It's part of Toyota's long-term energy roadmap. So while other companies are chasing range and speed, Toyota is building an entire ecosystem: cars, batteries, energy, infrastructure, and mobility services, all under one global platform. And experts are calling it the Tesla killer. But in truth, it's more than that. This isn't just competition. This is domination by design. But even as Toyota races ahead, there's a storm brewing. Leaks from Europe and North America suggest that major automakers are lobbying governments to slow Toyota down, claiming their rapid expansion and tech control could create unfair market conditions. Some even fear Toyota's breakthrough could crush smaller EV startups before they ever get a chance to compete. Still, Toyota's executives seem undeterred. In their latest statement, they doubled down, saying they're not chasing trends, they're building the future. And for the first time, the rest of the world is starting to realize they might actually mean it. Because if Toyota's next big reveal delivers what these leaks promise, it won't just blow up the car market. It could redefine modern transportation forever. And now, industry insiders are whispering about one final piece of the puzzle. A mysterious unveiling rumored to take place in early 2026, where Toyota is expected to pull back the curtain on what insiders are calling the next great leap: a fully autonomous, solid-state powered vehicle built on the Beyond Zero platform. This wouldn't just be another EV, it would be the first self-driving, self-charging, and self-learning car ever made for the mass market. According to internal reports, Toyota has partnered with major AI developers and semiconductor manufacturers to integrate real-time adaptive driving, meaning the car doesn't just follow pre-programmed rules. It learns from each trip, updates its driving intelligence through cloud networks, and shares those improvements across every vehicle on the same system. Each Toyota on the road would effectively make every other Toyota smarter. And this new vehicle isn't just about luxury, it's designed for everyone. Toyota plans to release a family sedan first, followed by SUVs and trucks. The goal is simple: to make the most advanced car in the world affordable to the average driver. No limited edition, no hype machine. Just pure, practical revolution. Something Toyota has done time and time again. Industry experts are already comparing it to the Model T moment, a point in history when technology stopped being exclusive and started transforming everyday life. But this time, it's not about the assembly line. It's about an ecosystem where cars are cleaner, smarter, and deeply connected to everything we do. Toyota's global headquarters is reportedly preparing for a massive reveal event, an unveiling that could signal the official start of a new automotive era. Sources say the company will showcase not only the car, but the entire infrastructure that powers it: charging stations, home energy systems, and even AI-based driving support. It's not just an announcement. It's a declaration that Toyota intends to lead the future of mobility, from the streets to the skies. Because yes, whispers from within the company mention Toyota's parallel research into electric aerial vehicles designed for urban commuting. The same battery breakthroughs that power their solid-state cars could soon power small vertical takeoff crafts, creating an ecosystem where Toyota moves you not just on the road, but above it. That's how far ahead Toyota is thinking. While most automakers are trying to survive the EV transition, Toyota is quietly engineering the next century of transportation. They're not following trends, they're defining them. And now, with this shocking announcement, Toyota has done more than shake the auto industry. They've lit a fire under it. Every manufacturer, every supplier, and every government agency tied to transportation now has to rethink their plans. Because the game has officially changed. This is the moment that will be remembered years from now. The point where Toyota didn't just adapt to the future, they built it. Toyota just blew up the entire car market, and the aftershocks are only beginning. From next-gen solid-state batteries to subscription-based mobility and self-learning vehicles, the road ahead looks nothing like the one behind us. What do you think? Is Toyota unstoppable now? Or will rivals find a way to fight back? Let me know your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this story is far from over. The auto industry is changing faster than ever, and I'll be here to break it all down, every step of the way. Thanks for watching, and as always, buckle up. The future just arrived, and it's wearing a Toyota badge.